Alright, Shalom Akim. Shalom Yasharallah. First off, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakaha Kwadash, giving double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone for teaching us His truth to rule well. Alright, I'm the brother Izar, out here in Midland, Texas. Alright, I'm going to be prophesying of the downfall of America the Great, also known as Babylon the Great. Alright, and I'm out here prophesying to the Negro, Latino, and Native American man that they are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of, and that the so-called self-proclaimed white man is the Hebrew Edomite that the Bible speaks of. Alright, you are what your father is. You see, it doesn't matter if you're light skin, dark skin. Alright, you are what your father is. So if your father is an Edomite, alright, the best way to know who they are is by testing the spirit. Alright, which Edomites, they don't have any sense of anything like Jake. Alright, if you look at Jake, the way that they are sauce, man. They you know, like people say nowadays, they have that sauce. Alright, they are the salt of the world, man. You see, they put that flavor, you know, they have that flavor. So, you know, I'm out here prophesying this kingdom that you know, Esau Edom has built up. All right, it's Rome all over again, man. You know, and to people that don't know, all right, the Roman Empire was an Edomite empire. You see, so was the Greek Empire. All right, and you know, in the book of the Maccabees, the first book of Maccabees, you can read where the Israelites, all right, make covenants with the people round about them, all right, which there's a lot of Edomites, all right, and they were making covenants with some Edomites. That way they wouldn't, you know, go to war with each other, you know, because everybody was at war with Israel, you see. So they made a covenant with the Romans, all right, and I believe it's in the 11th chapter of the first book of Maccabees, where you know, I just read it earlier, but the Romans, you know, they write back to Simon, and they tell him, they confirm that they are brethren because they are of the stock of Abraham. All right, their forefather. And after Abraham was Isaac, after Isaac came Jacob and Esau. All right, now Jacob and Esau, that's where the difference came, you know, because to one group of people was the promise, which is to Jacob, and to Esau it was just a blessing. All right, the blessing that Esau received was to live by the sword. All right, and by the sword he will die. You know, that was his blessing, and that's the blessing that he has carried out to the perfection of the word that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai has established. You see? So without further ado, let me get Job chapter 20. In verse 4, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. All right, the triumphing of the wicked is short. All right, the hypocrite, the wicked. Now, we have Israelites that also fall into that category of being wicked and being a hypocrite. All right, that's why 2/3 of our people are going to be wiped out, man. 2/3 of our people are going to be punished severely by Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, all right, for the wickedness that they have brought to this earth. You see? But, all right, the big stuff is remained for Esau Edom. All right, he's going to be feeling all that fire, man. All right, he's going to be hurt for all the hurt that he did to Israel. All right, right now you look at this kingdom. All right, I made a video the other day. All right, in Deuteronomy. You know what? Let me just get that. Deuteronomy 28. And I was in Exodus. Alright, let me get Deuteronomy. '28 and let's see, 30. This might be. Land the stranger that is within these. It says Deuteronomy 28 and verse 43, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. All right, to the Negro, Latino, and Native American man, this is exactly what happened to the Israelites. All right, to us. All right, the stranger, which was Esau, Edom. All right, go back to the conquistadors. All right, you go back to the English coming over here to the establishing the 13 colonies and pushing westward. All right, same thing that happened to the natives happened to the so-called Latinos, which are also natives. All right, the same thing that happened to the Negro. All right, the stranger was put on very high compared to how we used to be. All right, when we were in Israel, we were in the kingdom. All right, we were living under the the rule of David and under the rule of Solomon. It was a righteous kingdom. You see? So the stranger, which is Esau, Edom, which, came over here to put us in slave ships, that stranger was put on very high and put down very low, man. Due to the curses that came upon us. It says, he shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. Now, what happened to the Negro, Latino, Native American man? Now, try and go to a so-called white neighborhood. All right, try and get a house at that so-called white neighborhood, and you're gonna be turned down pretty quickly, man. Because the banks are owned by the Jewish. All right, ish meaning pertaining to, sort of, or kind of. All right, that doesn't mean it actually pertains to. You see, so the Jewish, all right, they're actually Edomites. They're Amalekites, the ones over there in Israel right now. All right, they're the ones that own the banks, man. You see? And that song that, man, what's that wicked ass, Jay-Z, all right, and the song that Jay-Z played, what is it called? The Story of OJ, all right, and the Story of OJ, that song, Jay-Z tells you, do you ever wonder why Jewish people own all the properties in America? All right, and then it's a dollar bill that flashes in front of your eyes in the movie scene or in the video. All right, and it says this is how they did it. They finance your freedom. I only hope. All right, so he's hoping that they finance your freedom, man. Because he has a lot of money. But Esau Edom, all right, Esau Edom is the one that made the money, to begin with. So he owns the money. He owns the people that owe money. All right, so he owns the banks. He lends money to the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve lends it down to the little banks, and then the little banks loan it down to you. And that's why you have to pay so much interest back to the bank so that they can make up for what they borrowed from the bigger bank, all right, so the Federal Reserve can be paid, all right? And that's why the Rothschild own over $500 trillion within their family, all right? $500 trillion, and the world is at $233 trillion in debt, all right? So the Rothschild family can most definitely, all right, fund that money and pay off the debt that the world is in. But why would they do that? Why would they pay themselves, basically? You see what I'm saying? Why would they lose out on money, all right, to pay themselves back? That's money that they keep making year after year. You see, in 2016, there were $18 trillion, $18 trillion less than 2017. You see? So every year they're just making trillions and trillions of dollars based off of the debt that is owed to them. because they fund both sides of the war. You know, so when you have these stupid ass Americans trying to raise money to go to war with Syria, raise money to go to war with China, raise money to go to war with Russia, not knowing that they're actually paying these damn Edomites, all right? And these Edomites are funding both sides of the war, and they're just making themselves richer. You see? So that's the head right now. That's the head of this world, man. The so-called Edomite, you know? And that's how we know that you are the devil, man. That's how we know that you are Esau, Edom. All right? Because in 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 9, it tells you that Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Now we know that we're drawing nigh to the end times. All right? Well, Salakia, really, we are in the end times, but we're drawing closer to the time when Yahweh Shai comes back. You know? Every single day, every second, we draw nigh. And that's why we're out here prophesying to our people, letting them know that the kingdom of heaven is at hand. So they have to repent, all right, and come back to their power, which is Yahweh, the Heavenly Father, and Yahweh Shai, which is his only begotten Son and our only Savior. You see? So touching back on the fact that Esau Edom is the damn devil, all right, you self-proclaimed white men, all right, you did wrong to Israel, and now the Most High is coming back with a payback, all right? So going back to the book of Job, it says, Job chapter 20 verse 4, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth? All right, since man was placed upon earth, this has always been a thing. The triumphing of the wicked, all right, is for a short time, man. For a short period of time, you see. It could have been 15,000 years ago when the first man was set foot on this earth, man. All right, but since that point in time up until now, it's a short time compared to all eternity. You see, because when the Israelites, the 144,000 righteous men, all right, the kings, start ruling over this earth, all right, along with the great multitude of Israel, when they rule over this earth, they're gonna be here for more than 20,000 years, man. All right, they're gonna be here for all eternity. You see, and that's why this earth is gonna be given back to Jacob. You see, like we read in 2nd Ezra chapter 6 verse 9. All right, so hey, this word is not for everybody, man. This word does not go out for everybody. All right, don't believe what the Christian churches like to tell you, that everybody is loved and everybody's in peace and harmony. There is no peace and harmony, man. Just read the scriptures. It tells you themselves. All right, death and destruction is coming for you damn white people, man. All right, so for you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you have to get right with your power, which is the Most High. All right, that's how you repent, man. By reading this word, you come to know what our people have done in our past, man. And you have to know that reincarnation, you were one of those people too. You see? So knowing all that wickedness that we've done, we have to rent our hearts, man, our minds. You see, cut away from that old man and don't rent your garments, all right? Because our people love to show. You see, they love to show. They'll rip off their clothes and they'll bow down to the ground and I'm sorry, Lord, and I'm sorry, Lord. And then they'll go and do the same wickedness over and over and over and over and over. And then they do the same thing over and over again, all right? Point in case, whenever Job, he knew that his sons and his daughters were wicked, all right? He knew that his sons and daughters would do wicked things, so he would always burn. All right, he would always go burn. Salakia, what is it called? A burnt offering, to Yahweh for his children. But his children wouldn't do it. So what happened to his children? Hey, his children ended up dying. There was 7 of them. All right, female and male and female. You see, 7 of them got done away with because they were wicked. All right, and they were Job's children. Job was a righteous man. You see? Hey, what happened? I was just thinking about this on the way over here. John the Baptist was a righteous man. All right, Yahweh Shai said it too. John the Baptist is a righteous man. All right, his father was a righteous man of the tribe of Levi. All right, which was a priesthood. You see, but his father Hey, what happened for that disbelief, for the unbelief that he had for when that angel told him about John the Baptist? He closed his lips, man. All right? He closed his lips. And he was a righteous man. All right? But for that moment of disbelief that he had from what that angel said from Yahweh, all right? From that moment that he said that, and he didn't believe it, he sealed his lips until John the Baptist was born. All right? And when he was born, then he was able to speak. All right? But the point that I'm making is he was a righteous man, and the Most High still did that. You see? So how much more to you wicked ass 2/3? You know? How much more to the people, you know, that are listening and are not hearkening to the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So that's why we come out to the highways and the hedges to preach this truth, man. You know? So the wicked, you know, whether you're an Israelite or whether you're an Edomite, all right, or a heathen, all right, the wicked, they're not going to triumph for too long, man. You know? And there's this guy at work, you know, the Akia, you know, my the brother, him and I were speaking with him, and he said he's going to be on the winning side. All right? He said he's going to be on the winning side. And that's the side that he'll always pick, the winning side, you know? So, you know, we're trying to, you know, kind of get to him like, hey, well, you know, come to the winning side then, man. You know, not saying much, just saying that, you know, seeing what the Spirit does. But his mind wasn't listening, man. He was trying to be wise from what he was speaking. You know, he wasn't trying to really listen. You know, like the scriptures say, there's a time to speak, you know? There's a time to speak and there's a time to shut up, man. There's a time for peace and there's a time for war. All right, there's a time for love and there's a time for hate. You see? So, you know, for the Israelites, the time for peace is gone, man. That time for peace is gone. Right now we're in spiritual warfare, all right? With the spiritual Satan and the embodiment of Satan, all right? And the embodiment of spiritual Satan, which is the self-proclaimed white man, all right? These Caucasian men, you know? They'll talk nice to you. Point in case, when I was reading the book of Maccabees, all right? They'll talk nice to themselves too. And then they'll stab themselves in the back, man. You know? And that's just how it is, man. That's just how it is out in this world. All right? These people like to say, oh, I'm not racist. I don't hate so-called black people. I don't hate so-called Mexicans or so-called this and that. But there they go voting for Donald Trump so he can build that fucking wall, man. Bunch of fucking hypocrites, you know? And that's just what this world breeds, man. A bunch of hypocrites, you know? And they'll look at you and they'll hold themselves in their, you know, heart, and they'll say, no, I don't hate Mexicans. You know, I don't hate Negroes. You know, I had that about 3 or 4 weeks ago, you know, a month ago. And this lady was passing by and I was speaking about this, and she held her chest and she said, no, I don't hate Negroes or Mexicans, you know? And that's just words, man. That's just words.
How you doing?
Words don't mean a damn thing anymore, all right? It's all about action. Do you love? Show it. Show it if you love, man. All right, we're done with all this, oh, I love you, brother. And then you show the exact opposite, man. You know? We're done with all that shit. So that wickedness is done away with, man. You know, it's like it's not done away with, but hey, that wickedness will be done away with. You know, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Verse 6, though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reacheth to the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? All right, they which have seen him shall say, where is he? So let me go back, you know, and slow it down. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, all right, his excellency, you know, it could be literal because you see these skyscrapers. You know, it could be literal because you see these airplanes that they, you know, that they have, and the satellites and all these things that they have, though their excellency mount up to heaven. It says, and his head reacheth to the clouds. All right, so this man is prideful. All right, the self-proclaimed white man is a prideful man. He likes to walk around like he owns this shit because he does for the time being. Hey, but when Yahweh Hashem Yahushai comes back, this place is gonna be knocked down to the ground. This place is gonna be humbled. You know, like it says in Isaiah 47. Sit on the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, virgin daughter of the Chaldeans. All right, this place is gonna be humbled, man. You know. It says, yet he shall perish forever. You see, so that pridefulness that he has inside himself, all right, that spirit that is in him is not upright. All right, so that spirit that is in him, all right, is pridefulness, man. So the Most High is gonna humble you, and 2/3 of our people, because our people are just as wicked, man, if not more. All right, because Jacob always likes to add on to things, man. Jacob always likes to bring in more flavor to it. All right. So whatever wickedness you taught the Negro, Latino, and Native American man, hey, they doubled it, all right? And now you can see it all around you, man, all right? Those idolatrous images, hey, they'll have 50 of those in their houses when you only have one, all right? And that's just how our people have been getting, man. They've been getting worse and worse, all right? And the love of many shall wax worse and worse. And that love, like I said, is an action word, man. Like the brothers say, it's an action word, all right? It's not just because, oh man, I love the Lord, I go to church on Sundays, all right, I sit down through a 3-hour ceremony or whatever the, you know, that's not love. That ain't love, man. When the whole time you ignoring everything that is being said, all right, the whole time you're falling asleep. Hey, I'm not saying to go to church, all right, because our people are the church, all right, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native American men that are out there in the highways and the hedges preaching the truth of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. That is the truth. That is the church. All right? And you have all these Edomites that have seen authority over the Israelites. All right? And more people follow them than they follow Israel. But hey, all of that is done through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Because for that same reason, all these people are going to be condemned. All right? Nothing is by accident, man. None of us have our... Salakia, none of us have our hands, our lives in our hands, man. All right, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai controls everything that happens. You see? So coming out here to the highways and the hedges, I'm putting my life on the line, man. All right, the brothers are putting their lives on the line. You see? Because they're out there in the highways and the hedges preaching this truth, not knowing when Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is going to turn things up and have you saved, man. You see? It says, they which have seen him shall say, where is he? So where is that man that owns the money, the one that owns these countries, the ones that has people in fear? All right, when you read the book of Judges, the book of the Maccabees, all right, the history of the Israelites, you'll know that everybody was in fear of the Israelites whenever Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai was with them. Why? Because that was their strength. That was the how does it say in the scriptures? The sword of execution. You know, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai was making things happen. So you have all these other nations. You know, you have the Romans, the Greeks, all right, ancient Babylon, which was Persia, all right. You had all these other nations that were afraid of the Israelites because of the power that they held, all right. So the Negroes, Latinos, and Native American men, they have to go back to their heritage, all right, because they are the seed of their fathers. You see? So now this self-proclaimed white man, he's in charge, all right, and people fear him. All right, you won't see our people go up to him and tell him the wickedness that they've done. You won't see it because our people are afraid of it, man. Same thing when the cop rolls up. All right, they know that cop has authority. So our people are scared of those cops. Why? Because they're pigs, man. All right, they're crooked. You see, you'll hardly find any righteous cop, man. Because they're always going after their own bellies. All right, that's why they're portrayed as always eating donuts, being pigs. Pigs are abominable, all right? Filling their own bellies, man. And that's how our people see them, that's how they portray them, all right? That doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, cops are always getting donuts, you know? But they're filling their own bellies, you see? Their own lusts for power. But that man is gonna be done away with. And the whole world will notice and see him down to the ground being humbled by Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And they will say, where is that man? Where is that man that held himself up above, you know, the congregation of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai? You see? Where is he? When he is brought down low, when his places are desolate. All right? He's gonna flee away like a dream in the night, man. All right? Like one of those dreams that you have and, you know, the next day you wake up or that morning after you have that dream, you know, when you wake up and you're like, what the hell did I dream? I don't even remember. All right? That's exactly how Esau Edom is going to be. But first, he has to serve double of what we serve, man. All right, he's gonna serve us double. You see, like it says in Revelation chapter 13, verse 10. All right, and Lord willing, I'll get that later. But it says, let me see. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? All right, because he's gonna be brought down low and destroyed. In the kingdom of heaven, he's gonna be a slave. You see, he's gonna be serving Israel for the things that he did, man. It says, verse 8, he shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. You see, he shall be seized away as a vision of the night. So he's gonna be chased away, man. and that touching into that vision of the night, I was telling the brother, I had two visions back to back. All right, two of them I remember both of them to the perfection, man. All right, and I spoke on one, but the other one, I didn't speak of it for a reason. And whatever that reason Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is holding it for, his will be done, man. But that first one was about, Jacob's trouble. All right, in that time of trouble, man. All right, when ICBM missiles coming down, destroying everything. All right, and us fleeing away. All right, the chariots were guiding me. And I held on tight to the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right, that was in that vision. Now the other vision, it was similar to that one. All right, but I just remember it being similar. That's all I remember. I can't remember what I dreamt or what it was, because he held it back. You see, so same thing is he gonna do with these wicked men, all right, which like to walk this earth pridefully, which like to walk this earth like they own it, like they're above the authority of the Most High. So these wicked men, they're gonna be chased away just like that vision, man. We're gonna forget all about him. All right, all about that man. Where is he? It says, the eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place anymore behold him. All right, so this place isn't gonna be here for you anymore, man. All right, so-called America is gonna be done away with. All right, the great America. All right, with all these big banks and big money and big people. This place is gonna be humbled real quick, man. In a space of a day, in a space of an hour, this place is gonna be desolate. It's fallen, Babylon is fallen. All right. It says, neither shall his place anymore behold him. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods. All right. So, hey, all that destroying you did to the land, all right, to the so-called natives, which are also Israelites, all right? All that destroying you did to them, to their land, all right, to the waters. You're seeking to restore that now, man. All right, you have that commercial by Coca-Cola that says for every Coca-Cola that you buy, they're gonna try and restore the water, all right? But that's a bunch of stupidity, man. Why even destroy the water to begin with, Why even go to war with nature, man? When Yahweh Hashem Yahushua has set it up all for us, man. All right, but through the wickedness that we did, that's why we fell, man. And that's why now we're coming back up to our power in the land of our captivity, rehearsing the righteous acts and thinking upon the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right. It says, his bones are full of sin of his youth, which shall lay down with him in the dust. All right, so since your beginning, all right, since your Genesis, which was from Esau, Edom, that was your Genesis. No, Salakia, your Genesis was the brother of Abel. All right. All right, your Genesis was Cain. Because Cain had that same spirit that Esau had. Because Cain is Esau, through the reincarnation. So Cain had the same thought that Esau had when he tried to slay his brother, all right, because things weren't going his way, but you have to be righteous, man. That's why Yahweh said, all right, if your offering is righteous, won't I accept it? All right, he was letting them know, you're not righteous, man. You're wicked. All right, that's why I didn't accept your fruit that you try to give me. You know, that's why I accept Abel, because he was righteous. You see? And that's why Jacob was accepted and not Esau, because Jacob is righteous and Esau was not righteous. You see? It says, though his wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth. All right, so whenever the self-proclaimed white man likes to say nigga behind, you know, the Negroes, likes to say spick, you beaner, all right, or beaners, and he calls on all kinds of names, all kinds of bywords behind their back, but he won't say it in front of them, man. All right, so he's not really, you know, telling his mind, man, I wish I would never think those thoughts ever again, you know, like the righteous man at Great Millstone do. All right, when an unrighteous thought comes to your mind, the first thing you do is you try to cast it out and pray to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, pray that those things, those wicked things, flee away. You know, but that's not what the so-called white man does. He doesn't do that, man. He doesn't give a shit if it seems like it's if it's unrighteous. He'll just, oh man, all right, I'll think about that later. All right, because deep down he really does hate you, man. Deep down he does hate the Negroes. Deep down he does hate the natives. Deep down he does hate the so-called Latinos. All right, he knows it. Deep down he knows it. All right, point in case, that kid over there in Washington, D.C. with the MAGA hat, all right, going up against a Gadite, all right, which is a Native American, and going up to him and smirking at him with that wicked-ass smile, all right, and those people over there that were speaking, all right, they're from HOI, from that camp HOI, all right, which we have no affiliation with them, besides the fact that we're all Israelites, all right? But they weren't speaking anything that was wrong, all right? They were just speaking out of place, man. You know, there's a time and place, like I was mentioning earlier. But they were just speaking out of place, man. And we're not afraid, all right? We're not afraid of the self-proclaimed white man. If we were afraid, we wouldn't be going out to the highways and the hedges. You see? We're not afraid, man. We're not afraid with the truth, to say what the truth is. You see? But hey, all things are done through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. You see? No publicity is bad publicity, man. Because we want this word to go out. We want people to know exactly who we are. We want people to recognize that the Hebrew Israelites are the Negroes, Latinos, and the Native Americans. That's what we want the world to know. All right? So all that publicity that's going out, whether it be bad or good, all right, it's all good, man. All right? You know, like those, in the book of Luke, I believe, when they were casting out demons in the name of the Lord, and they forbid them to cast out demons in the name of the Lord, and the Lord said not to forbid them, because no publicity is bad publicity. All right? Same thing, man. Same thing. We want this truth to go out to the four corners of the earth, all right, so our people can start waking up. You know, Elder Tahar had what's it called, Salakia. Elder Tahar had posted up a video, all right, he made a video about this Israelite woman, all right, from the Philippines, so-called Filipino, all right, which she enlightened, you know, me on some things, you know, which really she showed me how, you know, the Filipinos were named after a Spaniard. All right, the Filipinos were named after a Spanish name or an Edomite name. All right, that's exactly what Edomites do. All right, you self-proclaimed white men. That's exactly what you do. Africa. Why is Africa called Africa? Africanus. All right, named after a white man. America. Why is America named America? After a white man. America's Vespucci. All right. So these white men, they go out, they conquer, and then they name the land after themselves. And that's exactly what the scriptures say, man. That's exactly what the scriptures say you would do. All right. So that Filipino woman, which is really an Israelite woman, all right, she shed light, and she was saying that she believes in this testimony that we carry, all right, at Great Millstone. Because that testimony that we carry is the testimony of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, all right, preaching this truth, preaching this gospel, which means good news, All right, to who? To the Israelites, because that's who the salvation pertains to. All right. So it says, so all this falsehood that you brought to this world, all right, confusing our people, all right, making them think that there's something else, all right, calling themselves Latinos, all right, from Latin, calling themselves American from Amerigo Vespucci, all right, calling themselves all these other things, all these other names. Hey, those are things that are not of them, man. You know, you've been confusing them, you see, and you've always hated them. You want them to be called after yourself, all right? Point in case, last names. Think about last names. The Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right? The last names that they carry is the name of their slave owners, you see? And those damn white people, hey, they don't give a shit. They're happy that they did it. They're happy that they're on top of the world. They'll never turn around and say, I am so sorry for the things that our ancestors did, because they don't give a shit, all right? Because they're proud of it. They're proud that they put you into slavery, man. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, they're proud of that shit, man. All right? You'll never hear them say, oh, man, I'll give you my house. I just bought this house. I'll give you my house because we took yours. All right? Point blank period, man. It can't get any clearer, all right, to you people how much they really hate you. You see? But our people choose to be blind. Our people choose to pick that side that and that goes back to when they chose the side of Egypt over Israel. All right, let's go back to Egypt, where we were having our fun and doing whatever the hell we wanted to, serving their gods, serving their money, instead of following after the Lord and, oh man, I gotta do the law, statutes, and commandments. All right, I can't eat pork anymore. I can't eat bacon. I can't smoke like I used to. All right, that's a bunch of stupidity, but that sadly, that's our people. All right, and that's what our people have always looked at, man. Our people have always been that way. All right, turning back, and turning back, and then they finally just walk away. All right, like the brother and I were talking about that. All right, no man that has put the hand to the plow looking back is fit for the kingdom of heaven. All right, and like I said, we have wicked thoughts too, man. All right, but as soon as those wicked thoughts come in, we try and have those wicked thoughts be pushed away by Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right, but there's some people that dwell in those thoughts, man. They dwell in the thought of being wicked again. Dwell in the thought of, man, I could be with my family right now. We could be having so much fun, eating bacon, celebrating Christmas, opening presents, all right? And they get in their feelings, all right, like the elders and all the brothers at GMS say, this isn't about your feelings, man. All right, this truth is not about your feelings, all right? And there was this stupid ass dude that commented in one of the brothers, you know, on social media. He posted this picture, and it was a very graphic picture of this Judite, all right, with his head cut open, and you could see his brain coming out of his head. All right, now, when his brain was coming out of his head, he posted, you know, that the Most High doesn't care if you are from Israel. He's gonna punish you because he's gonna punish you. That's him. All right, who are we to say no? All right, so this other dude, sensitive ass man, all right, was a boy, embryo, sensitive ass embryo, all right, commented, and he was like, man, I don't know why you post that. I don't know why you post the falling of our brothers, all right? But what did Yahushua say? All right, Yahushua told them, you know, whenever they said, hey, your mom and your brother are here to see you, all right, whenever he was out there preaching, and he extended out his hands, and he looked around to the apostles that were following him, and he said, behold, these are my mother, my brethren, and my sister, my brethren, all right? Because those are really who your brothers are, man, all right? If a brother, you know, falls out, or if a brother gets killed off, hey, man, we feel that, all right? Because he was a righteous man doing the work of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. But if a 2/3 falls out, or if a 2/3 Salaki, if a 2/3 gets killed off, hey, that's the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, you know? We're not gonna rejoice and jump up and down and be like, fuck yeah, man, fuck you guys, and this and that. We're not gonna do that, you know? But judgment is being placed and judgment is righteous. So if we're happy for righteousness, you have to be happy for the judgment that is implemented by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right? Because like the scriptures say, all his ways are judgment, all his ways are perfect. All right? So if you're sad or if you're mad because somebody was judged, then that means you're not mad at them. You're mad at the Most High because he implemented judgment and righteousness. You know? But that's why this place is going to be destroyed, man, because the judgment has to come, and that judgment will come. All right? Like it says in Habakkuk chapter 2, though it tarry, wait for it because it won't tarry, man. All right? It's coming. You know? So it says, he has swallowed down riches. All right? Going back to Job chapter 20 and 15. He has swallowed down riches. He shall vomit them up again. All right? So what are the riches that you have swallowed up, man? All right, when you break down the tribe of Issachar, which comes down to be the so-called Mexicans, all right, which then is another breakdown itself, you know. But you know, you come to see that Issachar was blessed with riches as well, and those riches were going to be in the sand, all right, and Zebulun's riches were in the sea, you know. So what did Esau Edom do? He took those riches, oil under the sand, all right? The gold under the sand, you know? All these riches that were given to the tribes of Israel, Esau took for himself, all right? So all those things that he took, he has to pay back, man, all right? And not just that, but the people themselves too, all right? The people that he took unto himself to slay, to murder, to rape, to rob, all right? To erase. All that he took, he has to repay it, all right? Payback. And that's why they say payback's a bitch, man. So it says, he shall suck the poison, Salakia, back in 15. He has swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again, all right? That means he has to pay him back. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai shall cast them out of his belly, all right? So whether you want to or not, whether you want to give this world back, because this world was also a blessing given to you before it comes to Jacob, the rightful owner, all right? You have to give it back. So when you vomit, all right, if you could show, all right, a number of raised hands of how many people would love to vomit, all right, at the same time, or would love to vomit, you know, anytime, out of the whole entire world, how many people would you get? All right? So vomit is not an option that you want to choose. You see? Vomit is not an option that people love to choose. All right? Nobody says, I want to go home and vomit. You see? So that's why those riches are going to be vomited back out. Because whether you want to or not, it's coming back to Israel. All right? It's coming back to the real Jews. Yahweh. All right? Which goes back to Judah. You see? So all those riches, this whole entire inherited earth is going to be given back to the rightful owners, whether you want to or not. All right? That's why it's vomit. All right? And it's going to be projectile, man. It's going to be coming at you real quick. All right? Ain't going to be in little bits and pieces, and you know, you wait 10 minutes and then it comes back. No, man. It's going to be all at once. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is going to restore this earth to the rightful judges, all right, which are kings, all right, which are Israelites. You see? So it says, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai shall cast them out of his belly. He shall suck the poison of asps. The viper's tongue shall slay him. He shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks of honey and butter. That which he labored for shall he restore. He shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein. All right, the restitution. That means you're going to pay back. All right, pay back what? The earth that you took, the land that you took, the water that you took, the plants, the trees. All right, the inheritance that was really for Israel, which are the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, and if your father, all right, it comes from that seed line, then that means you are of that seed line. You see? because you are what your father is. If your father's an Israelite, then that means you're an Israelite, despite of what your mother is. Your mother is a vessel. Point in case, when you have an actual vessel and you put water inside the vessel, is that vessel water? No, that vessel just carries the water, all right? So the seed that goes inside that vessel to grow to be a plant, is that vessel a plant? No, it's a vessel. It just carries the plant. It carries the seed, all right? So you are what your father is, not what your mother is. I don't care if your mother's an Israelite, your father's an Edomite. That doesn't make you an Israelite, all right? It makes you an Edomite. You see, your mother's still an Israelite, all right? She's defiled by an Edomite, but you're still an Edomite, all right? If your father's an Edomite, you're an Edomite. If your father's an Israelite, you're an Israelite. If your father is an Ishmaelite and your mother's an Israelite, you're an Ishmaelite. You see, if your father is a Moabite and your mother is an Israelite, you're still a Moabite, all right? If your father is an Edomite and your mother's a Moabite, you're an Edomite. So it says, verse 18, that which you labored for shall he restore. So that which you labor for, you're laboring to conquer the whole earth, all right? So that which you labor for is what you will restore. You're going to restore the earth, all right? You're going to be in slavery. You're going to be in hard slavery. You're going to be restoring the earth back to the Israelites, all right? It says, and he shall not swallow it down, all right? So that means you're not going to end up, satisfied with the outcome. According to his substance shall the restitution be, he shall not rejoice therein. All right, so you're not going to be happy. You're not happy right now because you have damn near the whole world. All right, you're not happy right now. You want more. You want to go outside of the earth, but that's not given to you either. All right, that's given to Israel. So you want more. You're greedy. You want more and more and more. All right, but you're going to have to pay all back before you even get full, before you even get satisfied. You see? Verse 19, because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor, because he hath violently taken away an house which he builded not. Now, who built the house of Israel? Who made the increase of Israel? All right? When they were being oppressed, who made them increase? Was it by their own balls, by their own wit, by their own strength? Or was it by the strength of Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai? All right? Simple. By the Most High. By the will of the Most High was Israel increased. Same thing now. Judah, Benjamin, Levi, all right, Issachar, the so-called Mexicans are from the tribe of Issachar. All right, you Gadites, which are you Native Americans here in America. All right. The same thing with you guys. You guys were oppressed, and you guys are oppressed. But guess what? Is that stopping us from having more babies? No. All right, and the self-proclaimed white man, he has the whole earth. Is that stopping him from making babies? Yes. Why? Because Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is making his word cause and effect. All right? Cause and effect. Promise was given to Israel to increase, be fruitful, multiply, have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. The cause and the effect, our brothers finally waking up to this truth. All right? Cause and effect. Esau, Edom, you were made small amongst the heathen. All right? You broke your covenant that you had with your brothers. All right? And now judgment is coming for you. Cause and effect. You see? Now all these white men are having trouble to multiply. You see? And their women doesn't even choose them anyways. Most of the time they like to choose Jake. In particular Judah. It says, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. All right? So you're not going to save of that which you desire. You see? It's like eating this badass meal. All right? And you have this badass meal. You went to whatever restaurant or whatever. You go home. You put it away for later. All right? I'm going to save this cheesecake for, tonight whenever I'm feeling a little bit drowsy, or whenever I feel like partying it up, or whenever I feel like eating something sweet. And you go to that fridge again, and guess what? It's not there no more. Same thing with this kingdom. You're going to have this kingdom. You're like, you know what? I'm going to put this part over here to the side, and I'm going to hide out over here. So when those ICBM missiles hit, I'm just going to come back and keep keep enjoying my fortune. All right? But when you come back, you come to realize that Yahweh Hashem Yahushai took it away from you. All right? And now that fortune, that fame, and all of the glory belongs to Israel, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right? Which are the people that you hate. So it says, verse 20, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. And you desire the whole earth. And that whole earth is not going to be given to you. All right? Right now, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right? But he covered the faces of the judges thereof. Now, who are those judges? Israel. All right? Because to be a judge, you need laws. You need statutes. You need commandments. All right? To be a judge, you need to rule well. But who really rules well in this earth? You know? Only the elders. All right? The apostles ruling well within Israel. The true elders of Israel. All right? Great millstone. All right? Teaching us this truth. You know? Pushing us, man. And not just them, but also the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, the Rakha HaKodash, all right, which translates to holy the ghost, but it would be the Holy Ghost, or the Holy Spirit, Salakia, the Holy Spirit, all right. The Rakha means spirit. Kodash means holy, all right. So the Rakha HaKodash means the Holy Spirit. You see? So it says, therefore shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. So when this place is destroyed, none of us are going to come back looking for the gold that we had. None of us are going to come back looking for those car parts that we wanted for our car. All right? This place is going to be laid waste, man. And we're not going to be looking back at this earth like, man, I miss it. All right? We're going to be looking forward to the kingdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai like, man, I want it. All right? It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. All right? So Egyptian against Egyptian. You see? All right? So in the valley of Jehoshaphat, that's when all kingdoms will be judged by the Most High. Now, to a person that doesn't understand the scriptures, Valley of Jehoshaphat might be a place, all right? But in all reality, all right, when you go into the Greek, when you go into the Hebrew, Jehoshaphat means Yahweh Shaphat, all right? Yahweh Shaphat. Now, Shaphat means judgment, to judge, all right? And we know what the name of the Most High is. So the Most High, it simply says that the Most High is going to judge you. You see? Judgment is coming your way. And what is that judgment? Payback, recompense. All right, compensation is to be paid. Re means to do again, or to do, all right, or to redo. So recompense is to pay back, all right? So the recompense belongs to Israel. You stole from Israel. This land does not belong to you. This America the Great. Vote for Donald Trump, MAGA hats. This doesn't belong to you. This doesn't belong to you. The Most High is coming straight for you. And this place is going to be laid waste. Nobody's going to miss you. All right? And nobody misses you right now. No other nation. That's why the dollar bill is going to be done away with. And it's being done away with. China's dropping. Russia's dropping. Venezuela's dropping. All right? So you have to pay back to these people, man. You have to pay back. All right? You heard those damn Edomites? They were happy when I said MAGA hats. Fucking wickedness, man. This world is... Man, the wine is wicked, the women are wicked, the children are wicked. All right, everything is wicked in this damn earth, man. Everything is wicked. All right, that's why we have to turn back to our power, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, so that righteousness could be in full effect, man. You know? Why not fight for righteousness? I mean, really, that doesn't make any sense. Do you really love this world? Do you really love seeing all these people dying? All right? Granted, nobody's innocent. But do you really want to see all that death and destruction? I'll answer you the question. No. Because if you were in that position, you would wish that somebody would stand up for you. All right? You would wish that somebody was doing something good for you. All right? That's what you would wish. You see? You would wish for somebody to be there for you, man. You know? And that's why Yahweh Hashem Yahushai has us going out to the highways and the hedges to let you know that you're not alone, man. So you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you're not alone. All right, the Most High is fighting for you, and the Most High will fight for you if you come back to your heritage. All right, and your heritage is being a Hebrew Israelite. You know, despite of what these fucking heathen might say, these Edomites, all right, despite of how these people might make fun of you going out to the highways and the hedges, hey, we know who we stand for. We stand for Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right, and if we stand with Him, nobody stands for us, man. Nobody stands against us. All right. Because this world is at enmity against the Most High, you know? So that's why we stand with the Most High, man. All right? Adawan Ratazah, Lord willing, I'm part of that number, all right, that the Most High chooses, His election. You see? But that's why we stand with the Most High, because we have to come back to our heritage. You see? If not the Most High, then who's going to restore back this earth? Who's going to restore it back to the rightful owners, to the real judges, to the real kings? Who? The self-proclaimed white man, the one that put the world in this predicament? No, he's not gonna give you a damn thing. If he had the power to be immortal, do you really think he would give it to you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans? Do you think he would really want you to be immortal with him? No, he would pretend to be a god, and he would have you in the same position that you were in when you were in Egypt. All right? Double bondage, man. Double straights. All right, that's what this man really wants for you. That's why he loves Donald Trump. That's why he loves those MAGA hats. Because he doesn't give a damn about you. All right, so as soon as our people wake up to that fact, all right, as soon as our people wake up to the fact that we're Hebrew Israelites, as soon as our people wake up to the fact that we have to do something about it, and not just say, I believe in the Lord, that's when the changes are going to start coming, man. You see? And that's why we're out here, and this place is dead as hell, man. All I see is a bunch of Edomites, all right? Those are the only ones that have the money to really go around and buy food every single Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and drive around in their big-ass trucks, not knowing how to fucking park, drive around in their big old four-wheelers, all right? And the ones that sell out, of course, kissing ass, you know? But hey, man, you have to be tired of this fucking place, man. If you're not tired of this place, then you're a goddamn 2/3, man. You know? Either that or your father's an Edomite. This place is tiring, man. It says back in Job 20 and verse 22, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. All right, like I was saying, Egyptian shall turn against Egyptian. All right, that's the Most High. You know, these other nations are already turning up against you, man. Russia ain't nothing, man. All right, all these Edomites are turning against each other, man. You know, a brother posted up a video the other day where you have this Edomite in New York talking shit to an Amalekite, which is also an Edomite. All right, so Edomites already turning against Edomites, man. You have a bunch of these people going up against Donald Trump, all right? Eminem, you know, talked shit, but really, you know, he's in an industry where it's, you know, predominantly by Judites or so-called Negroes. So of course he's gonna take their side so he can keep making money, you know. But you know, you have all these Edomites coming up against Esau Edom, man. You know, going up against Amalekites, which are in Israel, which are Edomites. All right, Russia is Edomites. You know, going up against America, which is full of Edomites as well. All right, and then you have China, which also has Edomites, but has a bunch of, you know, it might have Moabites and Ammonites, you know, but you have all these nations rising against each other, man. All right, so the Most High is going to judge you whenever you're destroyed, which is Babylon the Great, which is America the Great. All right, America is going to be destroyed, so-called U.S., United States, which is not united at all. All right, but this place is going to be in straits, like the scriptures say, man. When he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon it while he is eating. All right, so while you're eating, you know, you have that good food going in your system and you're eating, He's gonna come and sneak up on you, and he's gonna punch you right in the gut, and everything you had inside you is gonna come right back out, man. Like I said, whether you want to or not. Better yet, like the scriptures say, like Yahweh Hashem Yahushai say, whether you want to or not, this word is going out. Whether you want to or not, this truth is coming out. And whether you want to or not, this earth is going to be given back into the hand of the righteous judges, man. You know? And that's simply through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and no one else. So it says,
Hey, Robert.
he shall flee from the iron weapon, which is the ICBM missiles. All right? A bunch of you are going to run away, go to the sea. But hey, guess what's waiting for you there, man? Leviathan. Leviathan is waiting for you out there in the sea, man. He plays with the ships. He's just waiting for that day that Yahweh Hashem Yahushai say, fuck him up. All right? And then he's going to fuck you up, man. All right? You're going to see fear. You know? You're going to see that fear, man. You're going to be staring at it like, whoa. Imagine that, man. Being, you know, I don't know how tall this building is. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Say maybe 15 stories, all right? 15 stories. Imagine an animal 15 stories high and you're all the way at the bottom looking up at it like, shit, this thing's about to take my life. Then you're going to be praying to the Most High. I'm the stock of Abraham. Save me. I'm the stock of Abraham. All right? Which is what the Romans were, man. All right? But the Romans... Hey, Yahushua didn't come for the Romans, all right? Even though there's, what was his name? Slovakia. You know, it just slipped my mind. But Cornelius, Slovakia. Cornelius called himself a Roman, all right? But really, what was he talking about? All right? If Cornelius was able to receive Yahushua, that means, well, Slovakia, Yahushua really received Cornelius, all right? Because Cornelius was an Israelite. Yeah, it might say that he was a Roman, all right, but Cornelius was actually a foreign, all right, Israelite, a foreigner. You see? Same thing with the Hellenistic age, whenever they called them Greeks. They weren't really Greek, all right, which are Edomites. Some of those Greeks, which is Hellenista, were actually Israelites, Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. All right, that's who the Most High is really looking for. That's who he's waking up to the fact. That's who really understands the scriptures. All right, it's not your average Tyler, the pastor Tyler, all right, that likes to preach out of John chapter 3, more specifically verse 16. All right, that's not who he's looking for. All right, he's not looking for Thomas, you know, that likes to preach love, peace, and prosperity. You know, he's looking for real men, Israelites, the ones that are going out to the highways and the hedges, season in, season out, all right? Which doesn't necessarily mean just in the season, but also when you're out here in camp and when you're out there in the world, man. You know, you have to constantly be for Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You see? It says, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. Now, it's the same thing we read in Ezra chapter 13. All right, that bow, which is the iron weapon, all right, which is not a sword, all right, but it is a sort of sword, you know, because it was established by Esau Edom, you know, because that's his blessing. So that sword is really talking about the chariots, or Salakia, the ICBM missiles, which sound much like chariots, all right. So let me get that in Joel chapter 2. Book of Amos, Book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. All right. Now, are we all supposed to go to Zion, the holy mountain, and start blowing the trumpet? No, man. All right. We're supposed to wake up the people. All right. That's what the Most High is speaking of. You see, waking up the people, waking up Israel, his holy people. It says, let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of Yahweh cometh, for it is nigh at hand. You see, and that's what Yahushua would preach, and that's what John the Baptist would preach, you know, going out to the to the highways and the hedges, going out to the people, going out to the places, and preaching to repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. All right, because it is, man. All right, our people are waking up, knowing this truth. You must know that you're nigh at hand. All right, the Most High has always woken up prophets. The Most High has always woken up prophets during a time of a great kingdom, all right, that was wicked. You see? So every great kingdom that there ever was in this earth was always prophesied against by the prophets of the Most High, which are always and will always be Israelites, all right, which is pertaining to you Negroes, to you Latinos, and to you so-called Native Americans. All right, you are the true children of the Most High. So the Most High requires something of you, and that requirement is for you to go out to the highways and the hedges, you know, to make videos, all right, and to read, to teach, all right, so that you can increase in knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Because in the time of trouble, all right, when that RFID chip is presented, when martial law is implemented, all right, all that wisdom, all that knowledge, and with all that understanding that you have, it will be the stability of yourself, man. The stability in that time, all right? So you're not going to be running around like a chicken with the head cut off, all right, going to Esau, Edom, going to different doctrines, all right, Christianity, Catholicism, Buddhism, Muslim, all right? You're not going to be running back and forth. You already know you're established. You're rooted in this truth, all right? So you know what you have to do, all right? And that's continue the faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So it says, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountain, a great people and a strong, there hath not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. All right, so these weapons that you have now, hey, there's never been a time before that there was these weapons. All right, so for those conspiracy theorists, people that like to say that, you know, the earth long time ago used to have nuclear weapons and they were used long time ago, and that's why a lot of history is forgotten. That's not true, all right, because the scriptures themselves tell you that there's never been a time like it, not until a time of very many generations, and those generations are now. All right, those generations now have those atomic bombs, have those nuclear weapons, and those are the iron weapon that the world that is talking about, that the world is going to be destroyed by. All right, those iron weapons. You see? So it says, a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the garden of Edom before them. All right, so before the ICBM missiles hit, the land looks pleasant. All right, granted, this place doesn't look too pleasant, but there's green. All right, then you go to places like California, where I was, where I was born and raised over there. All right, in California, you have a lot of beauty, you see? And, you know, from what the brother made a video about, Sodom and Gomorrah was very beautiful too. It was a very pleasant, lush land. All right, that's why Lot chose that land, and Abraham went the other way. You see? Because Lot looked and he was like, man, that over there looks real nice, man. I'm about to head that way. All right? But the Most High doesn't care about how beautiful the land looks. Hey, like he said, if we can grow, all right, if we humans can grow plants, and the Most High, you know, said through John the Baptist, hey, the Most High can make rocks be of the loins of Abraham. All right, if that's what he wanted, he can do it. He has that power. All right, so just because something's beautiful doesn't mean it's good, man. All right, so this land, just because it's beautiful, just because America the Great has a bunch of beautiful places to visit, does not mean this place will not be desolate. All right, best believe that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is gonna make this place very desolate, man. You see, a wasteland. So it says, is as the garden of Eden before them. So before the ICBM missiles hit, the land is pleasant, and behind them a desolate wilderness. All right, so after they hit, it's gonna be desolate. You see? Yeah, and nothing shall escape them. So those ICBM missiles, what are you gonna do? Where are you gonna go when those ICBM missiles hit? Nothing will escape it unless Yahweh Hashem Yahushai grants you salvation. All right, which salvation is only for the Jews. All right, Romans chapter 9, it tells you that salvation is only for Israel,
Yes, sir.
which are the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, that's the true people of the Most High. And you so-called Mexicans are of the tribe of Issachar. All right, Yashashkar. All right, but it says, the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses. All right, so horses really represent strength. All right, the strength of a horse. You see, so the appearance of them is the appearance of strength. All right, so nowadays, if you look at a country that doesn't have those ICBM missiles, the country is looked down at. All right, point in case, Israel. Israel is a small country. All right, but in that country, Israel, they have a lot of ICBM missiles. All right, and those ICBM missiles guarantee Israel to have some type of strength, some type of say-so. Same thing with Russia. Russia, people don't give a shit about Russia. Russia's big and cold. Nobody cares about Russia. People make fun of Russia. All right, but in the the UN, Russia is a big country because it has the most ICBM missiles. All right, America was feared for the military and for its power. All right, for the horses, for the power that it has. You know, when you have a car and you have 300 horsepower, you know, it doesn't mean you have 300 horses in there, but it means, you know, through the power of a horse measured through the power of a horse, grants you the horsepower. All right, so if you have 300 horsepower, you know, you have a lot of horsepower under your hood, you know, which usually is you might have a 3.0 liter engine, all right, which now is by liter. You know, usually by liter is how much horsepower you have. So if you have a 1.5 liter engine, all right, you might have somewhere around 150 horsepower. You know, so if you have a 2.0 engine, you might have somewhere around 200 horsepower. You see, so on and so forth. So power is measured by horse. You see. So it says the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, so of power. All right, so like I was saying, these nations that have ICBM missiles, all right, it grants them power. It grants them a say-so. You see, and the horsemen, so shall they run. All right, so those ICBM missiles that are power, all right, they're gonna run like they're supposed to. All right, they're gonna hit the target that they're supposed to, and that target is America the Great. 200 million missiles coming straight for America. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but eventually it will come. Like the scriptures say in Habakkuk chapter 2, though it tarry, wait for it, because it tarrieth not. All right, it seems like the Most High has taken a while, huh? Seems like it's been 2,000 years since the Messiah was here. But that time will come, all right? And that generation that crucified the Lord will be here present through reincarnation. So it says, like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap. Like the noise of a flame of fire, they shall devour the stubble. As a strong people set in battle array. All right, that's talking about the ICBM missile still. Before their face, the people shall be much pain. All faces shall gather blackness. All right, everybody's gonna be sore afraid when that time comes, man. When that time comes, like that in Revelations, what was it, 18? Let me read that real quick. Revelations chapter 18 and verse 16, and saying, Alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet, decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught. And every shipmaster and all the company in ships and sailors and as many as trade by sea stood afar off, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, What city is like unto this great city? All right, so who is like America the Great? All right? Who can be like America the Great? We have multiple cultures. All right? I've heard that since I was a little kid. Multiple cultures. All right? But this place is going to be destroyed, man. Thus saith Yahweh Hashem Yahushai through the scriptures and through his prophets. All right? It says, and they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, Alas, alas, that great city, wherein were made rich all the bad ships in the sea by reason of her coastlines, for in 1 hour is she made desolate. All right, so you were made rich in this place. You were made very rich. All right, Esau, Edom, you self-proclaimed white man, you were made very rich in this desolate wilderness through the Spirit. All right, this place made you very rich. All right, it made you great, and now you want to be great again. But the truth is that Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is doing away with your greatness, your mightiness, all right, your mightiness. It says, verse 20, rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai hath avenged you on her. All right, so, hey, some of us brothers are going to be slain for this truth, man, and we have to prepare for that. All right, not just, like the brother was telling me, not just through words, not just through your mind, all right, but being firmly rooted in this truth, preparing for that time of temptation, all right, for that time to come. It says, and the voice of harpers and Salakia, and the mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall the great city Babylon be thrown down and shall be found no more. All right, so with those ICBM missiles, this place is going to be humbled and knocked down to the ground, and it will not be found anymore. You Edomites are not going to rule in the kingdom of heaven because you will bring wickedness back into this earth. That's why you 2/3 aren't going to rule in this earth. How much more you wicked? You see? It says, and the voice of harpers and musicians and pipers and trumpeters shall be heard no more at all in thee, and no craftsman of whatsoever craft shall be found no more any more in thee, and the sound of a millstone shall be heard no more in thee, and all light of the candle shall shine no more at all in thee, and the voice of the bridegroom, all right, which is Yahushai, which comes through the word of the prophets, and of the bride shall be heard no more in thee. All right, so Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is not going to be out here, like we are now. You see, because this place is going to be desolate. It says, it says, for thy merchants were the great men of the earth, for by thy sorceries were all nations deceived. All right, so all you nations think that you're Russian, you think that you're American, you think that you're Italian, all right? And to you Latinos, you think you're so-called Mexicans, and you think you're this and that, and to you so-called African American, you think you're this and that, but in reality, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the true Hebrew Israelites, all right? You self-proclaimed white men are the Edomites, all right? And that's just simply coming out of the scriptures, And it doesn't really matter who sees you, all right? If somebody at work recognizes you, hey, we're fighting for this truth, man. We want this thing to happen, all right? We're fighting for righteousness. People like to say, well, what are you doing to make a change in the earth? What kind of thing are you fighting for? What do you want? Hey, how could we be wicked if we want wickedness to cease? You see, like Job said, if I be wicked, why labor I in vain? All right? If we're wicked and we're hateful, why do we want all this wickedness to cease in this earth? That wouldn't make any sense, right? It doesn't make any sense. Why would a wicked man fight for wickedness to cease? So it's either one or the other, man. Either you're wicked, all right, or you're righteous. There's no in between, Because if you're in between, Yahushua is going to spew you out. You see? If you're a wicked ass dude and you claim to be righteous and you're doing some righteous things, but you're more shifting to the left, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is going to spew you out, man. That's why he says, I would rather you be hot or cold. All right, but since you're lukewarm, I'm going to spew you out of my mouth. It says back in Revelations 18, it says, verse 24, and in her was found the blood of the prophets and of saints and of all that were slain upon the earth. All right, so some of us might die for this truth, man, like I was saying. So going back to Joel chapter 2 and verse 6, before their face the people shall be much pain, all faces shall gather blackness. So everybody's going to be afraid, man. All right, it says they shall run like mighty men that shall climb the wall like men of war. They shall march everyone on his ways, all right, meaning hitting his marker, and they shall not break their ranks, all right. They're not going to explode and crash against each other up there in the sky, all right. They're going to come and they're going to hit the spot that they're supposed to hit, all right. They're not going to break their ranks. It says, neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk everyone in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. All right, so when they fall upon the sword, all right, when Esau Edom has these defense, the defense system, all right, when these ICBM missiles are coming, he's gonna shoot up this defense TAM, you know, is a defense system that he has, all right, whether it be some type of flares or something to contradict the ICBM missiles to have them explode in the air, all right. But Russia already said they have such high technology, all right, that those ICBM missiles that they possess, they can move out of the way, man. You see, like those you know, a long time ago, heat-seeking missiles, Slovakia, heat-seeking missiles. Hey, that was something amazing. All right, you put a person running away from a heat-seeking missile, all right, and then you start putting barriers in front of him. He's gonna start going around until he hits that target. You see, much in that way is this place a hot spot. All right, this place is a hot spot because this is the lake of fire, man. All right, all of this will be the lake of fire. You see, because those ICBM missiles are gonna cause that lake of fire. All right, and hell, which is a condition, all right, which is also the ground, will be cast into that lake of fire. All right, and death, which is Esau Edom, because wherever he goes, death follows. All right. So it says, they shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run up the wall. They shall climb up on the houses. They shall enter in the windows like a thief. The earth shall quake before them. The heavens shall tremble. The sun and moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. All right, because when those ICBM missiles hit, that blast radius is going to be blasting through the windows like a thief does. All right, it's not welcome, but it's going through. It's going to climb the walls because it's going to go over everything, man. You see? So when those ICBM missiles hit, that's why the scriptures say the earth shall move back and forth like a drunkard, man. All right, it's going to rock back and forth because of how much destruction is coming. 200 million missiles. Can you imagine? All right, just thinking about, all right, one, I believe it was the atomic bomb that was dropped over there in Japan, all right, Nagasaki. All right, when it was dropped over there, everybody just kneeled down to the white man. All right, now could you imagine 200 million missiles? Man, 200 million missiles heading for USA. Kahala Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. It says, the earth, all right, that's it right there. Verse 11, and Yahweh shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great. For he is strong that executeth his word. For the day of the Lord is great and very terrible, and who can abide it? All right, that doesn't mean it's going to be sunshine and rainbows. All right, pancakes aren't going to be coming from the sky. All right, it's going to be terrible. Darkness. All right, darkness is coming for this place, man. So going back to Job chapter 20 and verse 24, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. It is drawn and cometh out of the body. Yea, the glistering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. All right, terrors are upon this man, and terrors are upon Israel. Terrors are upon this whole world. Terrors are upon this land, man. All right, so going to Isaiah 47 and verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, and sit in the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. All right, so this place is going to be coming down, man. This place is going to be sitting in the ground. You know, when you're out with your parents, and if your parents were actually, you know, if your parents actually spanked you and try to raise you, you know, and you were being bad out and about, when you were out and about, you would be sitting on the ground crying your ass off, man. That's the same way that Esau is going to be. He's going to cry up to Abraham. He's going to cry up to everybody that he could think of. All right? But like in that parable where that rich man was found in hell and Lazarus was found comforted by Abraham, all right, same thing will happen with Israel. All right, the elect are going to be comforted by the Most High and by Yahushua up in that sea of glass, which is a chariot, which is a so-called UFO. All right, and you rich men of the world, all right, busybodies of this world, are going to be here on earth feeling that hell. All right, it says it says, it is drawn and cometh out of the body. Yeah, the glistering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. All right, all darkness. All right, and if you've seen an ICBM missile, it comes out of a tube, man. All right, the ICBM missile isn't just standing there. Whenever it's locked on target, it just takes off. All right, it's shot off from that tube. You see, it says, all darkness shall be hid in his secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. The heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. The increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. This is the portion. All right, this is a portion. That's a promise by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai of a wicked man from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and the heritage appointed unto him by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right, so what's appointed unto you if you don't repent? All right, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, if you don't repent and come back to your true power, your true nationality, which is being an Israelite, all right, you're gonna be stuck with him that is set up for death. All right, and that death is coming by those ICBM missiles headed straight for this place. 200 million. 200 million. All right, 200,000. That's 200 million missiles coming straight for this place, man. So with that, Akim, I want to say shalom, peace and blessings to the 12 tribes of Israel. All right, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Closing it out with all praises go to Yahweh, Vahashem Yahushai, Vahashem HaKodash, giving double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth to rule well. Kwam Yashar Allah, rise Israel, Wa Abad Baba, and death to America. Shalom, Akim.